What's up, guys? This is Kyle Fonger from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. And although we already have a review on the eVic-VT, I wanted to make this short little video on how to navigate the menu and show you guys a few tricks. And like I said, this is not a review, but I am loving this eVic-VT. I'm not the biggest fan of the tank that comes with it. That's why I'm running my Star with a nickel coil in here. But man, the weight and the battery life, and I just love this thing. So without further ado, let's dive into the close-up and I'll show you how to mess with all of the settings on this eVic-VT and tune it to your kind of vape. So here's the eVic-VT. Now I'm going to grab our tank and I want to show you guys I have the blue coil in here. It's got the blue O-ring, that means nickel. If it's red, that's titanium. And keep that in mind because that will be useful here in a moment. So right now my device is off. Pressing the firing button doesn't do anything. So 5 clicks is going to turn it on, and you're going to do those fairly quickly. Device is on, and we can see here next to atomizer there's a little lock sign. So we're going to want to make sure we unlock that before we put our tank on. So we're going to press the firing button 3 times, and the top item will start flashing. Now this little dial on the top, if we flip it left, it will go to the next item on the menu. And if you hit right, it won't go back up, but it will change that menu setting. So as we can see, we're at power. If we go right, it'll change the power. We go left, now we're down to atomizer, and if we hit right, it will unlock. And if we go down to battery, we can either see the battery's life, or if we hit right, we can see a puff counter with how many puffs we've taken, or we can see the time, and this will measure in seconds your total vape. So if you take 3-second hits, every time you hit it, this number will go up 3. And once it stops flashing, it means you're no longer controlling the menu. So we've unlocked our atomizer. We have it in temp NI. And say we had the red coil or a black one, that would be Canthal. We want to click this 3 times and then just hit that to the right. So when the top menu setting is flashing, when we press to the right, that'll change. So for anything that's not nickel or titanium, you want to make sure you are in power mode, and that will not be utilizing temperature control. For everything else, nickel or titanium, you want to make sure it says temp NI or temp TI respectively. So this is a nickel coil, so temp NI is what I want to have that on. So now I'm going to go ahead and screw on our tank. And now it's reading a 0.19 ohms on this coil. If I hit the firing button 3 times, it'll flash. Now we're going to go down, down to atomizer, so that's flashing, and we're going to hit right. Now it's locked. So now we're ready to go. Now we can adjust, once we hit the firing button, now we can adjust our temperature and adjust our wattage. And now the wattage doesn't really matter too much because as we can see, it's going to regulate that power to keep me under or at 500 degrees. I find 40 watts is a nice spot. You're never going to need over 40 watts, and it's a good cap. Now a couple little tricks with this device. If we want to, let's say you're throwing this in your pocket or in our bag, and you know 500 degrees is my sweet spot. I love 500 degrees. I don't want this little dial to change it. What we can do is hold the firing button and the dial to the right at the same time. So just hold it, key lock. Now I can fire it, but if I hit this, it just says key lock, it won't change it. We can just press the firing button, hold it to the right again, key unlock. Now we can change our temperature or wattage if you have it in power mode. Another feature is if we hold the firing button and this dial to the left, it will go into what's called stealth mode. Go ahead and do that. Stealth on. Now, if we press the firing button, it'll fire, but the screen won't turn on. I don't know exactly what the point of this feature is. I mean, I guess if you're in a really dark place and you don't want this light turning on, maybe you're stargazing and you don't want this little OLED screen to ruin your night vision, turn on stealth mode. And to turn it off, we're going to hold the firing button and left, stealth off. Now the screen will come on when we fire it. Last little trick is we can see our software version number. So all we have to do is turn the device off and then press the firing button about 20 times. So it'll turn on, you're going to keep pressing it about another 15 times, and then we'll see a little number appear here at the bottom. .18. So that's how you use your eVic-VT. So that's it. That's how you operate the eVic-VT. I hope you guys have enjoyed this short little video. This has been Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. Have a great day, guys.